Since I was little, I loved to sit down on a Monday night with my dad or have friends over on a Sunday afternoon to have a cookout and watch some NFL football. Then when I got to high school, I found myself spending most of my Friday nights watching my friends play under the lights. I can always remember thinking it was cool when a player would have a big hit on another player. That was like one of the main reasons I would watch the game, just to see the big hits. But what I wasn't realizing was that the big hits were actually hurting the players. I don't believe in banning contact sports like football, but I think that football needs to take additional measures to fix the concussion problem, and by using the new Zenith shock absorbing helmet. Many people believe that contact sports should be banned because of the fast rising rates of concussions. In 2015, there were a total of 199 concussions in the NFL. The two spots in the NFL that had the most concussions were the cornerback with 41 concussions and the wide receivers with 24 concussions last year. In the NFL has been taking this very seriously and is looking for ways to prevent the increasing rates of concussions. In December, the NFL decided to invest $20 million in a new type of helmet. It is an impact-absorbing helmet which acts as a cushion when hit against artificial turf. It has a rubberized tether that slows the speed of the head snapping back after a hit. With heavy emphasis on size, strength, and speed of the players, it has made the concussion rates skyrocket. It's even making collegiate players like David Ash, quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, to quit playing because of the accumulation of concussions. Even with the new rules in NFL, players are still going to have helmet-to-helmet hits and other hits to the helmet, which may cause head injuries. But if we're going to get rid of all risk-taking behaviors, we should start with the ones that are more statistically dangerous and not contact sports like football. There are other ways in banning contact sports and still preventing concussions. The purpose of the Zenith shock absorbing helmet is to absorb the shock of any big hit. It is made to ensure proper fit, maximum comfort, and adequate protection. With the new design, the helmet features aware flow shock absorbers and 4 varied shock heights throughout the helmet, and to allow a 31% reduction of concussions. Shock absorbers are air-filled cells that release air and minimize movement of the head after a violent hit, and rather than a traditional helmet which just takes the full force of a hit. Although concussions are a big reason for people wanting to ban contact sports, here are more reasons not to. Playing team sports is an important part of socialization, learning how to work together, staying fit and healthy. Football may be on the more risky side in sports, but it is less risky as other sports like skiing, snowboarding, or even skateboarding. Football teaches children how to be cautious of the risks they take, what they do. Football also teaches players to know capability of their teammates, and this risk-taking, play and execution, relying on teammates, and learning how to work together will help children in their future. Example, if no risks are taken in a kid's childhood, then there would likely be no risk taken in an adult risk taking, which means there may not be any fire rescue personnel, police officers, or even surgeons. Finally, people should be aware of the reasons not to ban contact sports and how that actually helps the youth. They should be educated on the new Zenith shock absorbing helmet and how it can help football players all over the world to keep their brains healthy. The helmets will also help the professionals that are hitting people harder nowadays. It will help them from developing what they call chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a degenerative brain disease common in a lot of NFL players. Now that I've told you the ways to prevent and fix the concussion problem and other reasons not to ban contact sports like football, the question you should be asking is not whether to ban football, but how can you make it safer? We should encourage more children to be active in a sport and provide them a way to play it as safe as possible.
So are these shock absorbing helmets, are they on the market yet?
Not yet, they're like still like doing tests on them and everything, but they should be soon.
For the safety of the players, should all playing be suspended until there is something done to eliminate these concussions?
No, I don't believe that, but like there's new rules where you can't like hit helmet to helmet or stuff, so they're getting called against that. They're not supposed to do that.
Are they gonna use the helmets in just like NFL or in like high school too?
I think they'll like use it like high school, college, and professionals. Try to prevent concussions from happening at early ages.
Did you read anywhere like how much these helmets cost, like per unit?
No, I just read like where the NFL has invested $20 million in like using them.
So are they gonna make are they gonna actually have a law to where they make them wear the helmets to stay away from concussions, or is it just kind of a if you want to?
I didn't really read anything about making them wear it, but I feel like they'll want to wear it to help prevent the concussions and so they can keep playing.
Are the concussion rates for high school football on the rise also?
Yeah, they have been going to like keep rising because of the kids are getting bigger and more physical.
And is anything being done at the high school level?
I didn't really read anything at the high school level that's being done, but other than the helmets.
All right.